Hello, and welcome back to my Power Miners Retrospective. My name is Lua, and today we'll be taking a look at set 8707, the Boulder Blaster, not the Ninjago one, as well as a closer look at the prototype material of Power Miners. Starting off, let's have a look at our characters. On the Miners side, we once again have Engineer, though this time with this dark bluish-gray knit cap rather than the usual helmet. A miner without their helmet is a rare sight, and this is by far the less logical of the two instances where it happens. Not only is it completely unwarranted, it also makes it so you can see the back of Engineer's head. Certainly immersion breaking. On the Rock Monster's side, we once again have Glaciator. He comes equipped with 2 blue crystals, though in a very curious twist, that wasn't always the case. When this set originally shipped, it came with 2 red crystals instead, and no blue ones. You can even see it in some of the product photos. Despite this, the bill of materials on the instructions always claimed that the set came with 2 blue crystals. Odd, to say the least. And really, that's something that can be said about this set as a whole. It's the only set in the first wave that had some kind of exclusivity going on, though the exact details varied by region. As a result, it wasn't advertised anywhere, with the only mention of it being one shot of Engineer in its knit cap in its massive render. It also doesn't have a combo model with anything, or an alt build either. That's not all. Even the whole design is outlandish for power miners. Tiles everywhere that smooth everything off, with this caution stripe pattern, an asymmetric design for the whole thing, and even some reddish brown used for the smokestack for the engine. Now, if your mind is racing at the possibilities as to why this set is so odd, don't worry, there's a simple explanation. While most sets in this series were designed primarily by Mark Stafford, this one and a few others were designed primarily by another designer entirely, that being Adam Grabowski. With such unique charm, it's no mystery why this set is the favorite of many Power Miners fans. And all of that is without even mentioning the play feature, though it might be pretty clear what it is just from looking at the model. By turning this wheel at the side of this raised cannon, this actuator begins to wind back, letting the clip slide down, and then it snaps forward, shooting one of the missiles. This can be repeated 3 times before needing to reload, unless you use a longer lift arm for the clip, of course. A set like this was never going to be exempt of special elements, so starting at the front, perhaps obviously, are these orange spoilers / plow blades, which are exclusive to this set. Less obviously, this lime 2x4 by 2/3 curved slope is rare, only having shown up in 3 other sets, mostly Power Miners. That concludes our look at the Boulder Blaster. Moving on, I still want to take a look at the prototype material of Power Miners. Most notably, this early concept art, which shows a drastically different Power Miners. Most notably, the miners are fighting radioactive zombie dinosaur fossils using laser guns. The miners were dressed in orange from head to toe, though some seem to have knit caps as well, something that surprisingly carried over to the final sets, if barely. There's also no mention of crystals anywhere. We also see this vehicle, that likely became the Crystal Sweeper, given the treads, the spinning implement on the front, and the windshield piece. The only thing here that's truly recognizable as Power Miners is, of course, the Thunder Driller. There's also a series of photos that showcase prototypes of some of Power Miners' iconic pieces, such as the wheels and drills, the rock pieces of the Crystal King, as well as the rock monsters themselves. It's a shame we missed out on the trans neon green hands. Beyond that, we have a prototype designs of the Power Miners themselves, with the designs ranging from an aquatic look to a green and orange version of the final version, which thank goodness we didn't get, to the design we know and love. This image also suggests that the double-sided heads were settled on pretty early in production. Oh, and the yellow dynamite is interesting, though I'm glad we got red instead. Finally, there's 2 pieces of concept art for the rock monsters, and they are awesome. Not much more to say there, they are really cool. Finally, there's also some early versions of the box art that was posted on the Brothers Brick website way back before the theme released. This must have been fairly late into production, as the vehicles are mostly pretty dead on to what we got. though the Boulder Blaster isn't mentioned here at all, which means that it was likely created really late into production of the theme, which wouldn't be surprising given what an oddball it is. It does also look like the Crystal Sweeper was initially meant to come with Boulder X, or maybe Sulfurix, instead of Meltrox, which would have been nice, given how underrepresented the trans-green crystals would go on to be. Now, given how popular power miners would go on to be, I'm sure the comments on this page are full of excitement at the promise of a new theme. Right? Oh. Huh. I suppose the people who enjoy power miners weren't really on the internet back then. And that concludes this episode. Join me again next time for a closer look at sets 8907 and 8908, the Rock Hacker and the Monster Launcher.